Welcome to the start of Season 2 in our Louisiana Ragin Cajuns Dynasty. We finished the season at 9-3, second atop of the Sun Belt Conference, and unfortunately, you gotta watch it, but unfortunately, lost barely in an epic one in the Cure Bowl against Toledo. As far as our team schedule goes, I might have shown it in the last off-season video we just uploaded a little bit earlier today, but we have Rice and then Baylor, which is what you're going to be seeing today. Then next episode will be Eastern Michigan and Monroe, then Missouri and Texas State. Then we have Arkansas State, who was very good last season, and then Troy, Appalachian State, Southern Mississippi, then Old Dominion versus South Alabama. And of course, we went super deep into the scouting process last episode, the off-season episode. Things aren't necessarily going super well for us at the wide receiver position, but we're going to try to get our name back up there if we can. Defense this time around, though, looks a little bit better as we have a pass rusher that looks really promising. Our pass coverage guy actually is really promising in Ream, and a pass rusher in Slate that looks pretty promising. We've got more names this year, it seems, that are more interested than they ever were. And of course, with a little bit more scouting actually done, we kind of know a little more about those players. The big issue right now, though, is wide receiver and O-line. We aren't really doing super well in the scout department, but quarterback, there's some really good quarterbacks here in Deshaun Creer and Hakeem Egbule. I imagine that's how his name is said, and you can see the scouting here. Looks unbelievable. I mean, those ratings look ridiculous, and they're both 4 stars, which is a little surprising because, I mean, look at how good they look. Trying to get either one of them, I would love to choose Egbule if I had a choice in the matter, and it's not just like, oh, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, as far as quarterback goes, I'd be fine with Creer as well. We also have red shirts, which I'm not really sure who I would want to red shirt, if anyone. Is Gooch playing? I don't know if Gooch is a starter. Aquanu, we could arguably red shirt. You know what? We should actually red shirt Aquanu, I think. Red shirt Aquanu and Gooch, because I don't think we actually plan to start those guys. Especially Gooch, who's a junior. Anyone else? Nevis, obviously, we want to start. Chisena, I don't actually think we're going to start. I really don't. Seau, I suppose. This kicker, I would love a different kicker, but I don't think we can. I think those are going to be the guys that we redshirt. I don't want to redshirt any of the other guys. And here we are against the Rice Owls. Sounds weird saying Rice Owls. I just imagine an owl made of some sort of, I mean, I don't need to say it. It's just, it is what it is. Of course, got some new names starting. I really wanted to start Aquanu, but we just have so much cornerback talent, and I feel like the following season with some of the recruits we're lining up here, especially that quarterback, woo-wee, it might be a better year next season by, like, a lot. Not that last year was bad or this year is going to be bad, but Aquanu, especially with impact as his development, I mean, if we sit him for this year, he could be goated next year, and, that's one less corner we need. Hey, relax. I hit the accuracy fine, so I can hit the power red, okay? Although I will say, I mean, 76 kick power, it looks okay, no? Of course, looking at their quarterback, 74 overall, but not a lot of speed, 91 throw power. That's why even though our guy's a senior, he's worth starting. You look at the comparison between the two, and our guy definitely looks like the better quarterback. As far as the strong safety goes, I'm actually starting the 6'4" Duggar here. Of course, we can start anyone we want and change it up as we like, but as of right now, this is how I like it. All right, here we are with this lineup. Motion inside. It will be a handoff. Oh, we don't finish off the edge, but that's fine. It's going to be a 3rd and 7. And you know what? We're going to get aggressive early on. We have some athleticism in the back end here. Green's a great player, so why not? And free rush. It'll be a sack. Dubose with the sack to start her out. And we will force the 3-and-out. Labino on the return. He's pretty damn fast. And kind of showing it off a little bit to the 40-yard line. He will also be the slot wide receiver. Looking at each team's impact players, Robert Williams and Brylan Green for our side. And we will have the Speedy Williams as our projected starter. Actually, no, this is the wrong guy I'm thinking of. Get out there. Uh-oh, bad. That's bad. We have 2 Williams, but this is the right Williams. That is, in fact, the Speedy Williams. So you got looking for a deep shot after a failed run. Maybe not the best bet. We're going to look for a run, though, and wow, look at the speed! to the 27-yard line. Collier with the play, which I actually looked it up. I'm pretty sure it is actually Collier and not like Collier or anything like that. Oh, my. Throw it away. Oh, that's going to be a fumble. Somebody catch this. Fellas! And there goes Nevis, the speedy tight end, all the way back to the 49-yard line. Our right tackle just giving up the play. One of our highest-rated offensive linemen just giving it up, and we don't have time. Yeah, I maybe could have just threw it underneath right away. Probably should have, but I expected us to be able to run away, and we just couldn't. All the athleticism in the world, and it means basically nothing when you have no time to throw. Going to throw that inside early to Williams. Our wide receiver 1 gains 15. The problem is, though, I don't know if that kick power actually means what it means. I know college kickers aren't like the GOATs or anything like that, but 76 kick power is so bad. And we're pretty much forced to throw this in to the not Gigantics. Robertson was the wrong guy I thought it was. And we will end up punting this thing. And we might have kicked this one a little bit too far outside. It's pretty good, actually, to the 10. I mean, it could have been better, but it's fine. And considering we were from 34 yards out there, yeah, it definitely feels like our kicker is not very good. Yikes. Loss of 1 on the play. Of course, Beckham with all that speed definitely gives us some options when we're out there in coverage. You know, we get caught up against a linebacker. We can actually... Oh, our own guy took us down there, basically. We can actually, you know, linebacker versus wide receiver. We can actually keep it sometimes because you can definitely follow. And it will be a run. We can't get off the block. Good defense, though, is going to be another 3 and out. Labinho on the return. Not the fastest guy in the world, but 93 speed's good. Juke moves okay. And I know I'm going to say it a lot, but man, I really do just miss Elijah. I just do. I know we got speed here, but I still, and I know he's jukey, but I just miss Elijah so much. Like I said, you know, it's so important to me, that, and I wanted to keep him, that we changed the entire offense, you know, which actually kind of helped us. Running the ball, you know, more than we were, improved our offense as a whole, don't get me wrong, but that's who started it, you know? We started running the ball like we did because we wanted to keep him, and we got unlucky. Inside, there goes Williams, who drops it, but it's going to be a face mask drop. So it's going to be the 15 yards anyways. And we have that deep cross look, which worked for us last season. Let's see if it's going to be the same this year. And they're not going to be on it. It's a little overthrown, and unfortunately, it's going to cause Williams to have to jump up for it. A little bit of a late release, I got to be honest. It's kind of my fault. Disappointing, to say the least, though. And we're going to roll out and run. It's going to be a late hit, and I mean, I argue that they're not wrong. We're taking that penalty, too. Mickey Mouse drive. Not really much of a cough, but a little bit. Labinho's a little overthrown, and wow, he didn't even come close to catching that. I get a little excited when I know I need that ball out. You know, I kind of panic a little bit, which is weird because I throw it too long. Oh, there goes Williams. Williams showing off a little bit of power along with that speed, and we will get the rushing touchdown. And jump ahead, I believe, actually does work, so you don't have to watch all like the different things. If you jump ahead to change of possession, it didn't seem to freeze me. So shout out to Bordeaux for that, because you know, he's the guy. 2nd and 6, little motion. Let's get Beckham. Let's actually not pull him out of position. Glass, still the best linebacker in the league. Don't care what anyone says in the nation. He's technically like 8th in fairness on All-American, so, I mean, that's not bad. You want to step out over there. I knew that's where the ball was going to go, but I didn't finish because Moses looked like he was going to be in good position. Got beat on the out anyways, and it will be a first down. I'm going to be using Beckham a lot this season, so get used to that a little bit. Although Glass is still my boy, so you just never know. But as of right now, Beckham with that speed is intriguing. That was 3 players, and he was deciding. He's like, do I ruin their entire lives? And he almost trucked us, but we did just enough. We're off. No, I switched off. Beckham did a pretty good job, though. Glass with the finish. It's going to be an 8-yard gain. Obviously, at this situation, we should probably bring the heat. That's what we're going to do. Of course, just kind of switching the play up a little bit, it seems. I got beat. Oh, my. Who was that? Was that Glass? I didn't get to see. Damn, son. We had a chance there. It was Beckham, I think, actually. We actually had a chance there to take the ball away, even. And we're going to blow this up with Beckham. Loss of 4. Huge hit. The athleticism. Edwards in coverage. Played a little bit more as a pass rusher last year. And there you go. The end of the first quarter is up. And we'll see us with a 7-point lead. Definitely a way different look. It seems like we got a lot of players kind of like, I wouldn't say necessarily playing out of position, but sort of playing out of position. It feels different. And, kind of a new look offense with 2 new wide receivers, a brand new tight end, and starting a new quarterback. The offensive line is different. Really good job at the D-line. I got to say, there's a couple of new players on the D-line, but the edge, that's really where we, more than ever, in my opinion, took a step back. Running back, sure, we lost Elijah Davis, and it sucks, but we still have a pretty good running back there. Come on, one-on-one tackle, and that'll be enough to knock him out of bounds for a 4th and 8 force. Another position, to be fair, kicker as well. So, oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way we can get a different kicker, but just like, even if they're terrible in accuracy, don't hit them late. Oh, speaking of terrible in accuracy, a missed field goal to start for Rice. But yeah, we need someone with a little bit better of a leg. We'll also say, though, the quarterbacking speed is a little bit faster, it seems. And we're going to pitch that off. Williams, face mask. We're seeing a lot of that so far from the Owls. 2 face masks now, basically in the first quarter, because it's barely just started the second. That will be yardage, though. See if we can catch them off guard with this, like, kind of smoke screen, if you will. Kind of. And that's going to be a little bit of a force, and that's going to be picked off. Wow. Not a good decision by us. I seen that he had a little bit of leverage, and I just forced it in there. It's a great throw. Just a really bad read. Sometimes you got to look to take the sack if you have to. Throw it away, do whatever. Instead, just forced it right in, and glass kind of in our way. But we get there with Beckham. I'm going to say the defense is playing pretty well so far. I know we have a touchdown drive on offense, but still, I don't know if I like how we've played so far, especially with that pick. Getting over there with Beckham. The speed is so fun, though. That was probably our best recruit, which is saying something. I would probably argue that he was our best recruit. Haven't really gotten the tight end involved either. That release is a problem. Oh, over the side. Little bit of contact there by us trying to turn back around as he had a wide open running back. It was kind of our coverage, but at the same time, if we didn't come up, I think he would have threw to that tight end or whoever that was pretty quickly. And that was almost a late hit on the freaking punter. Yeah, I agree. Unless it was the perfect punt, I think Lavinia was making a better decision than I was about to, I'll tell you that. We got a couple of players up, but if our wide receivers block well, we have the mismatches, and we do. Oh, the offensive line! That might have been a touchdown. With the speed of Williams, that could have been a score. Oh, that hurts. Throw that out there. Bad release, but that's fine. Lavinia with a great catch. I know it was because we were on the run, but it also kind of felt like... I don't know. I didn't feel like I released it that late. Oh, my God. Thankfully, didn't see it as Lavinia is going to gain about 20. That could have been a pick six. It was weird because I threw it because I thought he was coming in for the blitz. And we can't get that throw over there. Oh, that would have been a wide open play to Sampson, I think it was. Sampson, that big fella. He's fast. Kind of a fake. Do we take it? Oh, my. He is not even open. That's really good coverage. It's like to say, do I take the go route because he's big and fast? One-on-one? Nope. Should not have done that. Should have ran the ball a little bit more, too. And there goes Labinho, who has a little bit of speed. Not going to get out there to the 17. Man, we have been shaky to start. Out there for the screen. Williams cutting it back in, and his own lineman gets in the way. Where have we seen that before? At least the offensive line is back in mid-season form. Go with stick. Tight end is wide open. Nevis, a little bit of speed down to the 1. Beautiful play. Let's hurry up, see what we can do. See if inside zone's an option. I mean, it probably is, but... Can we go with a zig? I can't go with a zig there. Okay, that's kind of sucky. Go back to stick. Probably should have taken that. Speed, Collier, in for the touchdown, barely. Damn, number 41 for them has been really on the ball, though, but they're slightly too slow. But what an effort. I also have to say that I'm worried about Collier because he's got a bit of wear and tear on him. He's been taking some hits, especially on the sacks more than anything. We definitely need to try and protect him a little bit more, run the ball a little bit more, especially up 14-0. That's definitely a good helper to decide that decision. And Beckham showing off the speed. No, it's Glass. It was Beckham. I was about to say, there's no way that was Glass. The similar numbers are kind of throwing me off. Stepping up with Beckham. And we get the sack. Look at the play there. Made by Williams getting a chance. Looked like it was going to be like a 10-yard in, and I think it might have been. I couldn't tell. They kind of bumped each other. And that's why we stepped back, and once again, coming so close to being hitting late. You're going to get some pretty damn good blocks here, and we're going to try to run out of there and not get hit, and we do. I mean, the youngster isn't reinventing the wheel on returns, but he's doing pretty well. That's all that matters. Let's see Williams on the ground. And going to gain about the first down. We'll say for a guy that's supposed to be like all speed, at times it's like the speed disappears and it's more power. It's like I sometimes think, I'm like, am I thinking of the wrong player here? It's like, no, it's not. It's not Washington. And looking to run, throw it away, and did a little too late. 2-yard loss. Was looking down the field while running. I was like, you know what? I want to avoid the damage a little bit. And that is overthrown, unfortunately. Like, is that a bad throw? I don't, like, is that my fault? Probably, right? Labinho in the slot. They're not going to cover Sampson, who's got a lot of speed, and because of how big he is, he actually fights to make this an opportunity. And, you know, the big thing with not having a field goal kicker with power, it almost encourages us to go for it more. And we get hammered for a loss of 3. The worst part is the guy that got us, he's 330 pounds, and he has worse block shedding than our players, and yet he just made a crazy play. Not that it matters. The 6'4" Duggar. Interception. Not really used to seeing interceptions, be honest with you. Really not. We got Blitzer, but Nevis on the block and release. Wide open, trying to truck for 15. I figured he would block. Didn't think he would release. He's got 39 release, so a little worried by that. Oh, we got pushed hard. Slips off the tackle, though. Got to make this count. What a play. Williams to the 4. Great move by the quarterback. And because of that, the whole play broke down. I don't know if the defense froze. The coverage didn't freeze. They were in pretty damn good coverage the whole way through. In behind, wow, that's a really good last-second play by, I believe, the safety. I thought we had a touchdown there. He actually made a really good play. I want to do the read option, but I really don't want to take another hit. Oh, well. And everyone read it somehow. Don't want to take a hit yet. What exactly do I do? This play is actually not bad, but the problem is it's kind of short side. I'm not really sure if we can hit this play. Oh, why did he move? Labinho holds on to the 1. I mean, the field goal kicker can definitely hit it from here, even with 76 kick power. But like me, myself, I agree with the potential go for here. I mean, do we trust it? Screw it. Back to the ground, and this time we'll actually convert on the 4th and 1, and that'll put us up 20, likely 21-0. Back to Beckham, covering the linebacker, the tight end deep, and Childress is going to get a coverage sack. A guy that, you know what, I'm going to call a timeout. A guy that has basically no ability to get to the quarterback gets a sack in his first game. The guy's unbelievable as a run defender. 84 block shedding. Oh, wow. Nice play to the outside. DeBose. I mean, it's 2nd and a million. Why wouldn't I call a timeout? You know, of course, they're down to the 0 timeouts, so if we can just keep him in field, looking pretty good for a stop. A shutout in the first half. Going deep, and he's going to get coverage sacked again. Williams with a sack and a half in the first half. Look at Childress, though. Smoking the line. Not that he needed to, because DeBose was the guy. 21-0, not even a challenge. On offense, got to admit, the wear and tear is definitely affecting the quarterback a little bit. Still broke off of a sack and then threw it perfectly to Williams on the comeback route, or the, I guess, secondary route. And, of course, Collier, I mean, number 41 has been cooking, but just enough speed to get there. And on the return is the 4th string running back, I believe, Cisco. I'm not exactly sure if the toss game's great, so we're going to try it here. And it looks about as well as I'd expect the toss game to go. A yard gain. Don't forget that Carter was pretty damn good last year, so, I mean, we're not going to crap on it. Okay, yeah, I mean, there was a bit of PI there. Kind of held him a bit. But yeah, as I was going to say, Carter wasn't bad last year, so I'm not going to just completely disregard him, especially when he's actually on the field. Go to the tight end, Nevis, who cuts up field last second for 12, maybe 13. It is just weird to see how bad of a release he has. Like, he is so bad. But his route running and catching's not bad. Oh, there goes Labinho. Wow. I don't know if that was my fault for throwing, like, not throwing it deeper, but I thought Labinho was going to be racing to the end zone there. Instead, it's swatted. And they come in for the rush again. And there goes Sampson showing off a little elusiveness for 9. That was kind of a crazy juke move. 3rd and 1. Going to run the ball with Williams. Kind of predictable, but they don't have linebackers up, so not predictable to them as we gain a lot more than 1. And, you know, maybe if we ran the ball last year with Davis this early like we are with Williams, maybe we'd still have him. And Nevis, he's an athletic goon, but they read that play every day of the week. But would they read a screen directly after a sort of screen? And they don't. And we're not going to get any blocks. I was like, you know what? Do I cut it back in? No, we're not going to get the blocks. Just gain as much as you can. At that point, it was just about getting the yards. And even though our 3rd down running back is actually the power back, we're not seeing him in on this play. And this is bad. Going to have to force it. Who does? Sampson come up with the catch. And they're saying we should go for it again. This kicker is a disaster. And I actually believe in the pass this time instead of the run. There goes Nevis. Went for the sit down. Just give me that 1st down, you know? I want the drive to continue. I don't really care how it does. Boom. Nevis. That throw is gone. It is my fault. I'm still just releasing it a little too late. Not even a little too, like a lot too late. Yeah, not even going to throw that ball off. I'm really just selling these throws. I mean, they're there, and I'm just releasing too late. I throw that early enough to Williams, who has a chance. Gets no help from Sampson. It'll be another 4th down. And if we weren't already up 3 possessions, maybe I would kick this field goal. But 24, it just makes it where it's more 2-point conversions needed. And they're going to leave. Was that my fault, too? I don't feel like it was. There was a guy in our face. Maybe there's some pressure, but that one I felt like the release was good. No? And it's going to be a turnover on downs. It was a hell of a drive, though. I mean, it took so long. It's going to act... What a swat, though. It's going to basically act like a score. They're negative 20 on the ground. A lot of sacks in this game. A little bit of pass interference. Oh, God. Glass actually kind of catching up, though. Give them some credit. And they were already hurrying up before this anyways, so it's kind of irrelevant. But, yeah, more important than ever to be hurrying up this late into the game. Gonna hand it off. We get a really good push with Beckham there. Loss of 1. Gonna bring Duggar up, the 6'4" safety. Gonna use him around like a linebacker. Got the height of one. And then some. I mean, it's not really our job there, but we could have helped. Gain of 6, 3rd and 5. Manageable. And we're gonna get deep! Dropped! No! It's not just the other team that drops picks. Oh, that sucks. Beckham could have had a pick in his 1st game. That ball is deep. Let it hit Cloud. Let's go play action, see if we can get this one more final scoring drive. That's a pretty good throw, and Nevis is going to get it down to the 42. Almost makes you wonder, does release even matter? Like, is release not, like, more for the press anyways? Most people aren't pressing tight ends. Try to make a play happen. Didn't happen. Gain 2. Thought that juke move was going to come into play, but it just didn't. Levels. Gonna go the running back quick. Try to juke. Can't even catch it. Stretch play, or a stretch slant from Sampson. No one's really open. That's going to be right into coverage. It's a terrible throw. Although with our 70-ish kick power punter, it probably wouldn't have been much of a difference anyways. Back to the bad blocking. Kind of with Glass. Oh, that's a quick throw. They're not going to gain much on it either. Yeah, I know what it is. The early part of the season, so we just throw a billion interceptions. Not our prettiest game, but luckily we're playing against a team that isn't that great either. And we're able to build a decent lead. Oh, wow, what a play. Oh, my. I mean, that is just kind of filthy. Lawson was great last year for us as well, to be fair. Him returning as a starter isn't really shocking to anyone. What is this? Is this a screen that, like... Oh, it's a tight end screen. Okay. But it's it, because the running back and the O-line kind of developed it like a screen, but the running back wasn't really in position. I thought he maybe just try to panic out of that, and the punter almost just got obliterated again. And nobody's going to pick that guy up, despite having 2 blockers there. Fourth quarter, I mean, we could probably just run this thing out, and that's probably what we're going to do. Not our best showing, but the start of the season, we're at least going to win. Simmed out the rest of the game. It was 28-0. There was one more pick thrown and also one more touchdown thrown, I believe. So not the strongest statistical performance for Collier showing up. But I will admit, oh wow, Williams with 3 touchdowns, not bad. I will admit, mainly bad read type of things rather than like just pure bad accuracy. And obviously he's very athletic. The wear and tear got to him early, but thankfully he comes out of the game healthy enough, and we will win the game 28-0. We'll see what game 2 looks like, but a shaky game 1, despite the scoreboard saying otherwise. They were just shakier on offense. That's really the big difference, in my opinion. But looking at the pure stats, yeah, I mean, 55% completion percentage, 246 yards is fine, but 3 interceptions. Oh, is it not 2 touchdowns passing? Oh, he had 1 rushing. That's right. Okay, so he had 1 touchdown passing, 3 picks. He also had a fumble, which sucks, but didn't really even see the backup running back get involved. But Nevis, Labinho, the 2 youngsters did well. Got Robert Williams involved a little bit, but overall, I got to say, we didn't have a lot of time to throw, and the route running wasn't really getting open. The sacks were amazing, though, and yeah, kind of a little bit of a mediocre stat line. Anyways, let's advance to the next week and see what happens with our recruiting. As we see, a bunch of players have reached their top 5 schools. Childress, we are number 1. A bunch of players are number 1. As far as like players' risk of transferring, is Carter not a senior? I'm so confused. Whatever, I suppose. We had the bye week, so a little bit more recruiting involved here. So career, we're like, is he our guy? Like, how does this work? Like, are we not? We still can't sell. We can add more, which we don't really have the facilities for that. For some reason, Egbule, we're like, it's just because he limited it, so that was just like the first round. Either way, I was a little surprised. Of course, as far as Podlesny goes, I mean, I think we do offer like even more here. Not that we can do much until we get those cells yet, but we could get Podlesny, which we need wide receiver bad. These other guys we're not looking good at. Amerson looks great, which I do like Nevis a lot, but Amerson looks like a true beastly tight end. I'm not really sure what to do with that, because some of these other guys, like, yeah, it's great to have that quarterback where we're at, but some of these other positions, especially wide receiver and O-line, it's not looking so good. The corners look all right, you know, quarterback looks amazing. I'm really surprised. But these other positions like O-line and wide receiver, man, we are not looking good. I want to, if I can, take 5 off of someone. Do I go Chin? I want to take 5 off of someone so I can add to the kicker. I want to offer a scholarship because we need a kicker. He's a power guy, so I figured, you know, if he's got power, why not? Who is this guy, anyways? He's an athlete type. Looks like a pass rusher. So, yeah, I don't want to lose him, I guess, but I also need a damn kicker going forward. So we'll do that, and then we'll just search social media on him, I suppose. Let's go to the next week, where we should actually have an opponent now. And we see some top 5 schools. Podlesny, we're actually number 1 on, which is actually kind of cool. Okay, I like it. I like where we're at here. Career, obviously, you know, things aren't as good as they were, but they're still looking great. Okay, fair enough. I mean, some of these aren't looking super great, but Podlesny and a quarterback. That's where my number 1 is right now. That's where my focus is, if you will. We have Baylor that we have to play against, which is fine. We'll see if we can do anything with the recruiting. 5 more hours have added on. Do you pull off of career now that it looks like we've got Egbule looking, I mean, pretty scrumptious, if you will? I mean, I kind of like where we're at with Egbule. And then once again, we talked about some of the other guys. We need to add to the wide receiver room a little bit more. But man, I don't want to go with career, because career has, maybe I just pull off a little bit. Let's take send the house off. Do DM the player, maybe. Because no one's really pushing super hard for him right now, and Egbule is looking really good. But at the same time, Career is down to his top 5. Damn. Career's down to his top 3, or Yabi down to his top 3, and then, of course, you can see top 5 Egbule. Egbule looks great, though. I think, you know, with the scholarship meaning more than it did before, it went from a 2 to a 4. Maybe his prospects aren't as good as he thought. And Career has no other scholarship offers, apparently, somehow. Do you just try to finish the deal on Egbule, and then you don't really need Career as well? Because, I mean, you definitely lose Career if you do. But you also wouldn't hate having both. What about the wide receivers? Is there an option to get any of the other guys? Podlesny looks pretty good. I would like to add, was it Brunner or was it Winston? I think it was Winston I wanted more. Yeah, Winston looks great. We have 40 points. If we can at least get into the conversation, we might be able to, you know, move some hours around. But then again, we're back to this whole situation of not having very good linemen. An offensive lineman. I mean, the whole Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase argument. Seen that a billion different times. Landry, can we do more with him? I mean, I think this is where I'm at. I mean, we are spreading ourselves thin, and that's probably where it's hurting us the most. We have 10 points into Angel. I think we could probably take that off. I mean, DT's not the worst position in the world for us. Yeah, man, I don't know. We got a lot of linebackers as well. Do we maybe pull off one of the linebackers? You can see these, you know, sometimes, especially with this Stokes fella here, just giving him a scholarship is enough. So let's get some scholarship offers in for some players that it might be enough for. Boom. That's where we're going to be at scouting-wise, recruiting-wise, and we're going to move on. Move our focuses on to Baylor. And here we are in Game 2 of the episode, taking on the Baylor Bears. We did win in a very good fashion, score-wise, in our first game, but unfortunately, statistically not the best, right? Defensively, I mean, I guess we weren't terrible, but it was the coverage sack that was really winning us the game. So, for the fact that if they were a little bit better of a team, would we have gotten all of those stops? I don't know if I could say that for certain. And then, of course, on offense, a lot of giveaways, if you will, and in general, just not doing well in the pass game. The run game was actually not terrible, but the pass game definitely was. And, of course, another big factor, our kicking game is going to suck. And I looked at some of the kickers in the recruiting round. Oh, look at this. Is that a quarterback? He's 5'9". Wait, is that a running back? Okay, I'm so confused. Or was that the return man? I don't know what's going on. But, yeah, the kickers don't look super great in the class either. Oh, Lord, it's a screen. I'm all over the place. We get there with Beckham, though, because he's so fast. He gains 8. Could have been a lot worse. But, yeah, I'm actually almost more excited to get back to the recruiting. It's kind of crazy to say, but it is true. And are we going to get out there? We will, with a little bit of help. It will be inches. Not a whole lot of inches, which I can relate to, but there's still potential to get off the field here. DeBose, let's get him near the line a little bit more than he was. And I took a step inside because I figured DeBose had him out there, and it was a lot to ask for, obviously. See if we can get to the quarterback with Lawson, who's actually done pretty well. Try to swat. I knew the timing was there, and he's going to find his way inside the defense and gain 6 yards on what could have been a massive loss. The week 1 stats for their quarterback actually look pretty decent. Don't want to talk about our quarterback. Let's just ignore the facts. And over the middle. Oh, I thought we were actually going to be there, but it's going to be a throw underneath, which is going to put them in another very manageable 3rd and short. Bring in the blitz now. No one on the tight end. It's going to be a quick throw to the outside, and it's not going to be caught. That could be a punt. Baylor's an 82 overall team. They are literally the exact same. Well, not even overall, because we're actually technically an 81 overall. We got to stop with this. I like the effort. We're getting close, but we're also getting close to a penalty that would make me close to the brink of death. Labinho, decent return. Looking at their wide receiver, our wide receiver versus their cornerback. Very similar, right? Same overall, same speed, and hopefully not same talent. Hopefully our guy's a little bit better. Changing the playbook up a little bit this week, as I really didn't like how we played last week. Of course, we're going to be going with a pass play here as they look ready. And we're going to go to Nevis early as there's just nobody on them. That is really bad by us, though. I got to say, us not getting that first down is pretty despicable stuff. Either way, we're going to hand it off on 2nd and 3. We should be able to get this first down regardless, and we do. Williams gains about 7 as well. We got a boot play here, but There's 3 tight ends in on it. That's going to be a tough one. It's going to be behind and almost picked. Thankfully for us, Williams was so open that the DB was trailing enough to where he never got his head around for the ball. That was a little bit of a late release, but more importantly, just a tough throw on that angle. And Williams going to get a nice acceleration play to gain 5. Once I gotta say, unless it's the wear and tear doing it, Williams doesn't look as fast as advertised. I gotta say it. And we had some looks, but I'm actually going to run with the quarterback who, I mean, should have gotten some blocks. There was honestly just so many people open that I didn't want to throw it to anyone. And I get they got 5 players down, but I think with their linebacker lined up the way he is, we should be fine. And we will be, as we're going to gain 5. And we have 3 tight ends in on the play. Can we get a quick out from Nevis? It's going to be Carter on a quick look. Finally gets himself involved for 10. I say finally because I am pretty certain he didn't get a single catch last week. Obviously, it's very early in this game. Can't really say finally for this match. As we're going to be handing the ball off yet again, and I feel like there was more there and we just didn't work it, but 4 yards. I will say at the same time, 4 yards is more than I thought we were going to get after the play started up. Also didn't really mention Shepley, the fullback that we... Oh, Lord. Oh, nice slip off, though. Tries to juke out. Can't get 3. More than I expected after that. Kind of getting met in the hole there. Didn't really expect that to happen. A lot of different options here. Let's see who we want to throw to. Oh, he steps up. Labinho drops it because of that. Can we really hit from 47? Do I trust that we got some wind? Maybe I do. This one needs to be damn near perfectly green. Maybe not. So with that wind, you take away the 6... Is our max actually like 46 to 48? I think that might be, which, I mean, in fairness, at the college level, isn't crazy bad. I also got to admit, I don't know if these plays are really for us, but always willing to mix it up a little bit. See if there's something that'll work that we're not used to. Huge hit by Glass. Give me a gain of 2, but considering he would have had no help, that is absolutely a big-time tackle. Green's going to step up. We're going to get up in there. It's going to be a option play. Someone should have been able to get up there. We had the running back covered. Should have been able to look at the whole play as a pitcher in total and be like, hey, we don't need to worry about the handoff because we got a safety blowing up the play. But looking at the actual numbers, if they want to show them, if they don't mind, we are still kind of below our normal average. Last year was about 6.5-ish yards per play, and now we're around that 5 mark. Once again, a lot of new names and a lot of departures is going to lead to that. Duggar. Oh, it's a free rush, and there goes Glass on the blitz for the sack. Defense has definitely showed up this start of the season, if you will. Offense, maybe not so much, but the defense has. And Labinho going to run right into somebody. But we already talked about it. We already mentioned it. Not really reinventing the wheel. I'm actually going to keep that comeback route with the returns, but they've worked. And we can't get that throw off. The corner was kind of catching up on that play a little bit, but I don't know. I would have liked to see it happen. Labinho on the inside. You know, we're actually going to hand this off to Williams. Pass game has just been so bad to start this year. As we're going to cut back with no help from the lineman for 5. The guy just ran off. I don't know what to tell you. Could be a scramble out play. We'll see if anything wants to open up. And there's just nobody open at all. Like a single person. That'll be a coverage sack. Brutal, brutal offensive showing so far this year. Just not good. And we're trying to get there with Beckham. We can't. Gets 4. I'm not sure what's got to give. We just have no separation so far. And underneath. Can't get there to help. He'll gain a first down. Just a bad recruiting class, I guess. But I will say, it's still, we have a better receiver group than we did last year. And they're more athletic on top of it. So it's like they're more athletic, they're better at route running, yet we're worse in the pass game. And our quarterback is very equal, if not faster. So, I mean, it's not even the offensive line. Like, they haven't played well, but the receivers also just haven't gotten open. And that was a little bit of a bad cut. If he didn't hezzy there, he might have gotten past us. Wasn't an actual hezzy move, but you know what I mean. He hesitated. I shortened it, all right. Duggar, the 6'4" safety. Kind of got a lot to cover. Somehow, with an amazing play made by us to cover the running back and the outside receiver, we're on point for the knockout, and he just still catches it right on us. Beautiful. And we're going to get there with Beckham again. That'll be a, well, not a negative gain, but a very limited gain on the ground. Beckham with a bunch of tackles already. On fire right now. Little motion. No, it's going to be a just a switch. As you can see, there will be a loss of 2, bringing them right back to 3rd and 10. I think we maybe drop back with Duggar. He's got some size. See if we can get involved. And that out is cleanly open. Huge first down to the 33. I mean, coverage really isn't getting us where we're supposed to be going. We're not really getting the stoppage I'm looking for, so I went for the blitz. And we're going to blow that up with Duggar. Nice, loss of 2. And man, it's already the 2-minute warning, and there's just been nothing on offense for either side. Oh, that could be picked. Wow, good knockdown, but I would have loved to see that takeaway. They have a 92 kick power kicker. Somebody knows how to recruit better than us, which is probably the entire league. Oh, nobody there because it's our job. Why did I care about the underneath running back on the dump down so much? You'll have to study it. I don't know. Right, if they're smart here, they try to waste a little bit of clock. They don't. Oh, that could be picked. Undercut, but dropped. There was a chance at a big play there. Williams is dropping off. Okay. Nice hit. Knocks it out. That'll be 3rd and 10. Yeah, there's zero chance in hell that that isn't a massive first down if we aren't there. Like, that is such a big gain if we aren't there. Look like a screen almost. And, of course, I mean, you can't expect us to run all the way that deep and then run the out as well. Touchdown, Baylor. Does somebody want to separate? Let's see what we got. And that's a bad throw and should have been picked. I felt like he was open, which I still think, even after that incomplete pass, that we were correct. And did you catch it? Nice catch, Samson. Beautiful little play. We got plenty of time, so, I mean, I'll even run it here with the speed Williams has. You could score from here, really. And he's going to get a lot of yards. With our pass game being strugglesome, that's, I mean, debatably better than a pass half the time. Straight up verticals. Nothing too spectacular, but you never know. Might spread them thin. And that's going to be a tough throw. How that linebacker turns around and swats the ball without being even seeing the ball is insane to me. But I suppose that's just irrelevant because it would have been a play by the safety anyways. And we can't even get the throw to the tight end. I get it. They brought a blitz. Damn near everything is freaking sail. Let's go deep cross, Labinho. We're looking for Samson underneath if we have the time. That's a tough one. Holds on. I really wish they didn't call a timeout there. That would have been a really good decision on 4th and 3. I mean, I kind of still agree, though. Problem is, I don't want to go under center, even though I really like that play. They're offering a play I really like, but under center just seems scary. Tight end. Carter drops the ball. That can't be dropped. That just simply can't be dropped. The ball was in his hands. He was about to tuck it down and then drops it. That is crazy. Well, I already love Nevis more anyway. I am the worst. That's a huge missed opportunity. Obviously, I'm going for the hit stick there. He's still running. I just can't believe how, like, historically bad our offense is and how bad I am at throwing the ball. Oh, that could be fit. He throws that and he gets away with that. That is insane. I am genuinely shocked that that wasn't picked. That is wild. Oh, and he holds on to that. Okay. Okay. How that's held on to, I will never be able to tell you. I do not have the answers. And there's just nobody on him. That'll be another touchdown for Baylor right before half. But I got to tell you, whatever this playbook is, I am never using it again. This thing sucks. And we're being, like, perfectly covered there. I'm trying to create something because, I mean, we going into half with this deficit doesn't sit well with me. I mean, I don't know if anyone else feels so good about it, but I don't. Labinho, it's a bad throw, and it's going to be incomplete. Don't get me wrong, I'm kind of panicking on some of these plays because I'm trying to get that ball out quick, but, like, still. And we can't even get the damn screen out. That is insane, man. We're 1-0, but we look like by far the worst team in the league. It's not even close. And the offensive linemen are just nowhere to be found. 3-14, we get the ball at half, but man, this is an ugly one so far. This is disgusting. 3.8 yards per carry per play right now. And just no pass game at all. Under 50 yards passing. Cisco on the return. I kind of wanted Middleton on the return because he is, well, the main the return man from last year, but also the most juke-heavy player on this team. I still just can't believe the fact that, like, Carter dropped that pass. Holds on to that one, though, which was easily harder. Less pressure, yes, but in general harder. I'm thinking wheel route from Williams, no? Gonna throw a quick in there, Labinho as well. How do I keep gold timing it, by the way? Is this because the quarterbacks aren't that good, or is it because you know who's not that good? That's all I want to know. Go route for Sampson. He's got some size and speed. You never know. He's open. I release it a little early, and it's going to be perfectly thrown and caught for the touchdown. Got to throw some more go routes in there with Sampson, especially when it's single high. At least that's what it looked like pre-snap, I'm pretty sure. And the big fella, Sampson, comes down with it. That's what I'm talking about. Shelton Sampson Jr., the 95 speed, 6'4", sophomore transfer, comes away with a huge game-opening touchdown. They got us going for 2. Gotta be honest with you, I'm not really sure I like all this. You got a lot going on here. Let's get a slant in there for Sampson, why not? We'll try it. Predetermined a little bit, I can't lie, but with all the traffic, we get the 2 point, we're down 3. I really wanted to make sure I didn't leave that release too long, and I worried that I released it too early and missed that throw, but we got it. And he's really not good. Oh, we pressured him, but it's a dot. Oh, it's not a dot, it's a little overthrown. But, yeah, with his deep accuracy being his worst attribute as well, I really thought the golden opportunity was going to be gone there. That would have been so bad. Oh, please. A little bit of bump. Not really our guys' fault, but, you know, I hesitated inside just in case it was a run because we didn't really have much linebacker support. Got away with 2 lucky ones so far. 2 open players that are missed throws. We can't get in there. We forced them out, though. Thankfully, we did that, as that'll be a 4th and 4. But, yeah, 2 overthrows causing that drive to be dead in the water. Cloud on the block, if you even want to call it that. As I say that because 27 got to us first. Down by 3. Chance for a mini comeback. Nice juke move outside. Wanted the big play. Couldn't get it, but 13's great. In this one circumstance, anywhere else, and prison is a location of housing. Let's go with the stretch play out there. We're not going to get the help. We try to cut it back in. Didn't really see anything. Power back's going to gain 2. We're going to go right back to the stretch. Let's see if we can get out there. And it's a pretty good blocking. Williams falls forward for 6. Do we like the option play? Not really, I'm going to be honest with you. Kind of want to hand this off no matter what. We'll see how they play it. And I knew I should have kept it, but it's all right because the juke move works. First down. Williams on the end around, I got to be honest, ain't looking too great. Man, this playbook, though, I was expecting deeper plays. And we had to cut it inside. They had the entire edge figured out. Maybe we would have had the speed to get around him. I don't know. I wasn't willing to take that chance. And why is it never Nevis? Can we change this? Let's just do something like this instead. Nevis on the corner route. And we're in trouble. And take this sack. Good blocking, fellas. I get it. They did blitz. But, like, even then, nobody's open. You have our one deep route guy about to be picked up. We're going to go for it again. Sampson gets another one. No safety help. We're starting to realize maybe we can just keep doing this. 2 long streak touchdowns, and we have the lead. When we were trying to get him to transfer, not only did we realize, hey, our wide receiver class is kind of iffy, but that size and speed, it meant something. Just like Beckham, to be fair, but we just overran it and gave him basically a first down. I was wondering where that was in week 1 against a pretty bad team. But now we're doing it against their best corner. And I took the bet on the wide receiver, and wow. Beckham one-on-one stops him dead. And every time I see Road Dogg, I literally think of Raw Dog, and it's something. It just looks like it. And we're not going to get out there. Dropped 4th and inches. I mean, I guess I believe they're going to kick it. I don't know if I truly do, but let's stay nearby with Cloud just in case. And it will be. Not going to have that support on the return, in fairness. Trying to get him without blocking in the back. It's not a bad little return considering. But yeah, us making a little bit of a comeback here and now having the lead and potentially getting to extend it while playing with this playbook is not bad. See the spin move. It's pretty good. 11 yards. Beautiful. What can I say? Speed truly is king. It truly is. No one's on the tight end. Nevis slips off the tackle for 8. He's still going on the sideline. He's like, you never caught me. I don't know what the hell we're running here. This is crazy. I did not want to do that. Williams going to try to get back to play. We lose 7. Why did we hand it off? I held it. Was I supposed to release? Get a block. I don't know if we're going to have the time anyways, but we'll see. That is pretty good coverage. It's a perfect throw, and the route's not bad, but last second drop off, perfectly defended, and that will be a punt. End of the 4th quarter. The timing. And of course, I wish it was the end of the 4th quarter. It's actually the end of the 3rd quarter. Oh no. That actually was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I realized that I moved the bar too far, and or the accuracy too far, or the aimer, I suppose, the arrow, and I tried to fix it, and then I messed up the power, and it just never worked. But what will work is Beckham on the bait. The user lurk is real. He dropped a big one last week, but he hits the catch this time. I don't even know what hits the catch means, but he did. He hit that damn catch. It's going to be a tough throw. It's a little overthrown. Nevis not going to catch it. I got to just stop like throwing the ball in general this season. Williams, the speedster, is going to be the guy. Fullback catches it and gets some blocking. Move! We don't even get the first down. That fullback is having a laugh with that one. Sweep. We have the tight end in. They're way up on us. I mean, I'm going to just do it. Whatever. Let's see if we can get some blocks. Why did I ever think that was ever going to work? That was literally like the Colts trick play from, I don't even remember how many years ago that is at this rate. Was it the Colts? Yeah, it was the Colts trick play. It was so bad. That was the trick play. That was the play. Oh, wow. I did not think. And he catches it anyways. I did not think Nevis was going upfield that far. That is my bad. Nevis just bailed us out. This is the worst offensive performance I've ever seen in my entire life, and yet here we are. I didn't trust it. I'll trust that, though. And, of course, Williams, our best wide receiver, drops it. I've got to, like, learn, because I am just the worst. I don't know how I'm so bad at passing. I just am. To the end zone. Can't get it there. That would have been a lot to ask for. Why am I not running it, you may ask yourself, and you would be asking the right question. This is like kind of the play we liked last season, but it's to the tight end Carter, who is not fast by any means, but fast enough to be open for a touchdown, and we will get the touchdown. That play, in really any fashion, is just such a good misdirection type play, and it might give us the win. How we could be so bad on offense this year, yet really good on defense, is beyond me. I don't know if just having a really fast linebacker like Beckham is really changing that much for us. And that's a bad decision. It's going to be picked. This could be a pick 6, and it will be. The 6'4" Duggar is in for the score. I thought we were going to get blown out, and instead it somehow turned into us blowing them out. We got 2 user like kind of baits this game, which really rarely ever happens for us in general. Oh, that's a really good find. Down to the 41-yard line. I mean, it's probably over, but we have played some pretty bad ball today, so I would not put it past us to choke this away. He's actually going to hand this off. We're not going to get over there, but he has to cut all the way back across the field. With the way the clock works, even though they're kind of letting the clock go anyways, they still have time. It's a lot to ask for, but it is doable. And he's actually going to throw it over there, and we play it safe this time. Lost to 3. And this is probably the dumbest thing you can do in a situation so specific to this, where you literally just have to bleed the clock. I'm blitzing. Screen pass. And it's going to be picked off. Green could score. Oh, this has been a crazy one. Wow, the quarterback's kind of fast. How he's catching Green, I'll never know, but he doesn't in the end, and it'll be another pick 6 for the other safety. Brylan Green with a pick 6 from 51 out. Yeah, I mean, you could tell the way they're playing on defense that it is on Heisman. I'm not really sure why the offense is playing so bad for them, though. There's been openings. They've just overthrown plays and, in general, just made bad decisions. The bait has been real today. And we will finish the game 46-21. The running back with 100 rushing yards, I'm pretty sure on the nose. And then, of course, I don't remember what the touchdown was. It might have been on the ground. Oh, it might have been Collier, who had a really bad completion percentage, but 4 total touchdowns and 223 passing yards. It's something, I suppose. There was a lot of drops in this game as well. Sampson carried a lot of those yards and touchdowns, though, to be fair. And you can see 2 of his touchdowns right there. Long shot plays, and it worked out. And Collier, who has not had the very smoothest of starts, does have the Ragin Cajuns off to a 2-0 start. The defense is really rolling right now. Looking at the offensive performance, 4 touchdowns, 223 yards. Rushing, Williams with 6.6 yards per carry. Washington got involved a little bit with 6.3. Sampson, 128 yards with 2 touchdowns. Everyone else, though, it's super limited. 2 tight ends got involved each with a touchdown, though, we'll say. Blocking, allowed 1 sack, but we did get pressured a lot. Defensively, Beckham with 10 total tackles, 2 tackles for a loss. And then looking at the sacks, Williams and Glass with a sack each. Duggar, Green, and Beckham with interceptions. 2 of those guys with pick sixes. Kicking was clean, even though it wasn't the longest of kick, and we had some wind help. And then punting, we don't talk about. And of course, I'm pretty damn excited to see this recruiting, so I am going to advance and see what we're cooking with. And we see that the DT Connors, who we weren't really pushing too hard anymore, has locked us out. Was it even locking out, or did he choose a school? No, he locked us out. Looking good for Prol. Sounds like parole. Ali, we are just outside. Maybe we should throw a franchise tag in there. Chin, we're looking pretty good. Meeks, Akers, we're on the list at least. Now we're actually on the cutoff point at least. The tight end, we're number 1. And Egbule doesn't have really an update. I definitely want to see what we're looking at for this recruiting. And Jaden Duggar is the Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Week. Was he national as well? He was the National Player of the Week. A pick 6 and 5 tackles to do it for him. The 6'4" safety cooking up for us. Let's take a look at that recruiting real quick before we call it an episode. Not our best work. Oh, here we are with some more lockouts. Can we actually start? We can start selling, which I gotta say, our motivations in general are pretty bad, but the motivations we can offer him really not that great, but I suppose that is the way to do it, right? I don't want to schedule a visit, I don't think, because I don't really know if we're going to actually show up. Coach Prestige? Or Coach Prestige is like a C+ or an A, I believe. An A-. An A-? C+ or a B-. I imagine this is the one, right? Did we do it? Oh, God. Send the House was better, was it? Oh, no. The pitch favorites was a 4. Send the House was 5. Coach's favorite. Isn't Coach's supposed to be ES? I don't even know. But am I selling with this? I might be selling. Our motivations kind of suck. As you can see, it's a B-, a B, and a C+. I mean, it's still cheaper, and it's still pretty good. It's a 4 instead of a 5. It also allows us, if we want to take off the search social media, to slap on the contact friends and family. The only problem with that is it doesn't give us any room to operate elsewhere. And I just don't know if I'm going to get Egbule. We could get Creer and Egbule. We're still the highest team without even recruiting much onto him. Podlesny, I mean, it looks like we're going to have to do something else here. Do we have a chance at a hard sell? You can see the 2 interests we have is a B and a D. So, like, what am I going to do with that, you know? And the other one, I guess we'll take this off and see potentially if, like, so it could be Coach Prestige. Does it have to be Coach Prestige? Because, like, the interests are only 3 check marks every time, so it has to be Coach Prestige in this case, right? Which the influence gain was 5. Okay, so it was actually 5. It looks like we did the right thing, but I don't know if that's really going to help us a whole lot here. But hopefully it will. Brunner, it looks like we're done for. Winston, we're still in the running, but we don't have that much freaking hours left. Emerson, we don't know enough about to even do a sell, if you will. How do I keep doing this? We're in a good spot, and then we run out of hours, and we suck. I hate it. I hate it here. We, of course, didn't really go for Connors that much anyways. Sims looks like guaranteed for a 5-star, but that's only just for, like, the early stages. And as far as, like, how to get him here, it's a B-, C-. Yeah, I guess it's worth it. B-, C-, and we get our hours back, I suppose. Oh, we can't do it. Sweet. Should we just chill out then a little bit? Like, we can just kind of DM the friends and family and throw the hours somewhere else to at least put our name in the hat. Power rushes. We at least have one power rusher. And there's a week 14 visit coming up. What do we have? We only know one green, so that's not going to really do much for us. So I'm not going to change that. There's really not much to do yet. Tolbert, run stopper. Okay, a lot of linebackers. Not even putting that many hours into the linebackers, in fairness. We have one A+, so we should actually do that. I think the proximity to home alone is probably the big reason why he's even interested in us at you know, this much early on anyways. As you can see, that did increase his the chance of getting him by quite a bit. Meeks, how fast was he again? We don't know. Oh, no. I should at least know a little bit. 95 speed. 95 speed, higher end man coverage. That's enough for me to be like, okay, this is my dude. You know, this is the guy that I'm looking at. Can we soft sell him on playtime? Oh, wow. If we just... Honestly, if we hard sell him on this, is it possible we have the hours? We do. We might be able to knock this out of the park. Where the hell was it? Where the hell was it? Because those are, you know, like basically the best we can have, right? Because we have an A+, and a B. Although playtime might not really be that hard to get across the board. You know, some of these scholarships have been enough. We really need to get somehow a scholarship to that kicker. Does he have... How many scholarships does he have? None. So that alone could be enough to get him here. But who do you, like, pull time off of? This guy, because he doesn't really have... Yeah, I think we could do that. We can do search the social media and then... Oh, he already has a scholarship and he's not interested. Oh, no. And the kickers weren't really looking that good, I gotta be honest. It's like I'm done with the accuracy, guys. I need a kick power. All right, I'm gonna offer a scholarship to this dude as well. Does it show how much interest it gave him? It does not. Sweet. Well, we've run out of hours, unfortunately, and while we're looking good at quarterback, potentially tight end, and wide receiver, O-line is still terrible, and DT might not be the best, but besides those, you know, quarterback, wide receiver, probably, oh, running back, too. We are on the highest list for one of them, but that's just for one dude. But I think we're doing okay so far. Maybe we're putting a little bit too many eggs into the quarterback basket, but I also don't want to throw all my eggs into one quarterback and don't get them, and I don't know. Either way, we got East Michigan coming up. We're on the road. They're 0-2. Something's got to give up on, you know, on the offense. We did show better in the second half, but overall, we look like a terrible offense regardless. If you guys enjoyed, though, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate you supporting the channel. Maybe another episode tomorrow. Obviously, Madden 25 is coming out on Monday, so I kind of want to get as much of the series in and also recorded, if it's not uploaded, as possible, because I need to kind of focus on actually recording Madden 25 because I don't have my hands on the game just yet. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate continued support on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, JeromepkR. Second channel, BKR Plays for non-Madden content. And that's basically it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!